So I was such a big fan of Breaking Bad. When I first heard this movie was announced, I just wasn't excited for some reason. My name is Brandon Keith Avery, and this is just my opinion. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Thank you so much for tuning in to my opinion/review for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. I really do appreciate it. And if this is your first time finding me and you like this video, you can give me the thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel and click that little bell so you can get all of my content when I make uploads. So we have El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. And like I said in my intro, I was a big fan of Breaking Bad, but I just wasn't giddy for this movie. But I have seen it, of course. I did watch it on Netflix. If you have Netflix, you can watch it right now. It had a very limited theatrical release, but check it out on Netflix right now, because I'll just go ahead and say this, guys. It was a very entertaining piece of film that we got to continue the story. Now, this is being directed by Vince Gilligan. He is the creator of Breaking Bad, and one of the things that I'll just go ahead and say is that this does feel like Breaking Bad. It doesn't feel like some offshoot, some reboot or spin-off or anything like that. It really feels like, you know, true blood bones from the Breaking Bad lore. And that is something early on that got me soaked into this 2 hour and 2 minute movie. But what is it about exactly? So after escaping Jack and his gang, Jesse Pinkman goes on the run from the police and tries to escape his own inner turmoil. And that is a good breakdown of the synopsis right there. So, of course, we have Aaron Paul coming back as Jesse Pinkman. The guy is a phenomenal actor. I am a big fan of his. And again, he did a great job in this Breaking Bad, El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. One of the things that I liked about it is, I mean, you have your main character, your protagonist is somebody that you want to root for. And while I did enjoy Breaking Bad, the way it ended, it was a very realistic ending. I enjoyed season 5 more than season 6. One of the things that did disappoint me with the conclusion of season 6 is what ended up happening to Jesse. I'll go ahead and give this slight spoiler right now. At the end of Breaking Bad, he got away, but that seems kind of obvious since we're reviewing a film right now, but I still wanted more for the character. So, you know, this is a kind of a fun adventure where you can tie all the loose ends up and just see exactly, you know, what's happening in his world. And it's not just all sunshine and rainbows. I mean, there's still a lot of obstacles and hurdles that he has to cross and overcome. You know, everybody, I'm sure, wants to know, like, where is the money? You know, because that, you know, we don't know what happened exactly at the end of the season for Breaking Bad, how that concluded. And so this film right here addresses it. I'm not going to spoil anything for you. But you will, if you're going to watch this, it won't make any sense to you, in my opinion, if you don't know Breaking Bad, if you haven't seen it. So I would suggest you watch that first. It is 6 seasons, but it is 6 seasons of some of the best high quality television entertainment in television history, in my humble opinion. But like I said, one of the things I like is Jesse Pinkman, Aaron Paul, you know, his character. He's still the Jesse that we know before. He's very charismatic and just has so much energy in the role. And you just genuinely like the guy. You just want him to make it. I mean, you really feel sorry for him, and the trauma and all the stuff that he went through. He really was able to mold and put that on the forefront of the screen to where you're like, man, damn. I mean, he is really having some true post-traumatic stress, disorders right now, and it's just horrible. And I kind of feel for the guy. I mean, he was really tortured. Now, something that I'm just really not that fan of this movie is, while it progressed a little bit with the story, not enough in my opinion, because it comes in 2 hours, but there are a lot of flashback scenes. Now, they do serve a purpose for how the story is moving forward, so that is a plus. But at the same time, just as a fan of this material, I would just like, okay, this is just a little bit too much. They could have shaved off some of that, either just shaved off completely or given that screen time to something that is going on in present day. But I will go ahead and say that the way that they link those two elements together, it did help the story, move forward. There are a number of characters in this film that do pop back from Breaking Bad. I'm not going to tell you who, but that's just one of the great things that about the show itself. Just, you're seeing all these loose ends and characters and, what they're doing next. There was also a very nice high level of suspense and tension in this thing right here. A ton of close calls where someone is trying to hide or do something and the other person is right around the corner and they got the music and the soundtrack or whatever, just, with all the sound effects, this and making everything intense. It's like, get there. There's about 4 or 5 of those. And so, those were, pretty good right there. And, it's just like a real entertaining show. Todd is in this. I guess that was a slight spoiler. Sorry about that. Todd is, the guy that looks like, Matt Damon in a way. But he died at the end of season 6, but he is in some of the flashbacks. So sorry about that. I let that slip out. But, man, he's a monster. The guy is a monster. I will say that Breaking Bad can give you a true reflection on just certain psyche and human beings around the globe that you may not come across every day. And Todd is one of those creepers, man, that just needs to just go somewhere on his own little island and not bother anybody else ever. But another gripe that I do have about the movie is that as far as the title is concerned, the El Camino, there was a certain plot point that they hit on at the very beginning of it, and they didn't conclude that very well. They didn't tie that off, so I was kind of wondering what happened with that part of the story, and they could have tied it off a little bit better, so I was kind of disappointed there. But to be honest with you, some may say that there was no point of this movie, because in a sense it may end kind of the same way it started, but it was entertaining to say the least. The quality of it is great. I don't know. I just don't really, I could rate it if I want to, but, it was good. If I had to give it a 1 out of 10 rating, if I had to rate El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie, out of 1 out of 10, I would give it an 8.5 out of 10. Yes, an 8.5 out of 10. Do I want to stick with that? Yeah. But guys, that is just my opinion. What did you think about El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie? Please let me know down in the comment section below. Let's get this conversation going and keep it flowing. If you like this video, go ahead and give me the thumbs up. Also, please subscribe to the channel. Help me reach 20,000 subscribers. And look me up on social media, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. But guys, I just want to thank you again for tuning in to my opinion/review for El Camino, a Breaking Bad movie. And before you go, don't forget that my name is Brandon Keith Avery. And that's just my opinion. Peace.